lot. This is really daunting, but it's a new thing. And I wore black pants in case I peed. I think I'm joking too. Okay, so here we go. This is what I observed, and this is what you shared. And this is a poem that is yours. Creation over destruction. Thank you for all the work you do. It is important work, and the earth thanks you. Trust is a most important word to lead with, as that's how we might change ourselves, the narrative, the big picture, and maybe rewrite it as a blessing, as a prayer, as a small song bird flies overhead, lands on the eavesdrop in search of a lost grassland. Where am I? There is no dollar value to be free. Standing O. Gone. Education is the new buffalo. In this place where teacher becomes student, the wild space is in search of care. Native and true, naturally I look around me, and what I see is an inclusive, non-judgmental space, past consumerism. There is no duality, just the destabilization of polarity. Grasslands are calling for help. Wetlands are calling for help. Birds and creatures and insects calling for help. The true whole ecosystem, really. SOS. SOS. We are the tipping point. Let's dial it up. Where am I? There is no dollar value to be free. Standing O. Gong. Turn up the thermostat. Stat. What's the stat? Haven't we noticed? We're living on borrowed time. And now is the moment to stand up together for real as peaceful warriors. And when the general public finally understands it's life or death, and this is a pandemic, 1 out of every 2 people in Alberta will die of cancer. This is past fear. This is reality, and it's linked to you and what you do or die. Sorry, is this too harsh? I've heard it said, it's pretty easy to talk about something difficult if you are respectful and you genuinely listen. I genuinely respect the earth, and I'm listening. I'm listening to the earth, and I'm speaking for them. Standing home. Gone. Our personal problems are part of something larger, and our dreams, and our visions, and our ambitions, our footprint. Our feet grew out of those shoes too fast, and we can't get new ones. We are barefoot. And we are not too old to change this. We're not going back. There's only one going forward, and that's doing it differently. Bold, in boots. Truth is important, and it's going to take more than a whisper, or a scream, or a tear, or guilt, or grief. It's going to take more than a story, or a map, or a punchline. But really, Can you hear the wolf call for help? It is said we are complex, flawed human beings who are wired for connection, as full silence does place us in ourselves and in community at the same time. Let us take a moment to think about that, listening to the wetland song one last time, like a lost language, standing O, long. A standing O is when we all stand up as individuals to become part of the whole, doing the same thing as a way of honoring. And we are all so different. I can see that, I can feel it, I can hear it. And yet, we drink the same water. Oh. Green is the color of the heart chakra. And the heart wants to go on beating, pumping, being, listening to our body's need. And in this room, there are a lot of green hearts beating, 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 drum. Hey, man, get off of the cloud. It is time to listen to the earth together. Can you hear the voice in the silence? Can you hear the earth's song as she sings in us, through us, along, all along? Place your head, your ear upon her ground and listen in. Question. How do we live? Question. How do we choose to live? Question. What are we willing to give up? Question. How will you change your patterns after this? Question. How will you do things differently? Question. Is it now? What will be your action as a peaceful warrior? The answer is here. It was here all along, together. Maybe we can finally do this. It's time to mobilize as a collective. It's time we don't ask for permission. Thank you very much.